People often believe that aging is just about the body. Wrinkles, gray hair, slower steps. But in reality, aging begins in the mind. The moment you stop being curious, the moment you stop asking why, how, what if, that's when you really start to grow old. And this is why curiosity is not just a habit, it's a source of energy. It's what keeps you young. No matter what the calendar says, think about children. They are endlessly curious. They pick up a rock and wonder what's inside it. They ask, why is the sky blue? They poke buttons just to see what happens. That's why they're full of life, because their brains are constantly discovering something new. Now ask yourself, when did we lose that? Most people stop being curious as they grow older. They think they already know enough. They accept life as it is. They get comfortable, and that comfort slowly drains the spark out of them. But here's the truth. Curiosity doesn't have an expiration date. You can restart it at 60, 70, even 90. Let me give you a story. A man named Masako Wakamiya from Japan was 82 years old when she learned computer programming. Think about that. Most people at that age say, I can't even use my phone properly. But she was curious. She asked, how do apps work? And instead of ignoring the question, she found the answer. She ended up creating her own iPhone app at 82. Today, she inspires people worldwide. Why? Because her curiosity kept her young. Another story. A retired factory worker I once read about, 70 years old. After retirement, he had no clue what to do with his time. Most people in his shoes would just watch TV all day. But he got curious about painting. He bought brushes, colors, and started learning at 70. A few years later, his art was being displayed in galleries. Imagine that. His body aged, but his curiosity gave him a second life. And here's the science that when you're curious, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. It's the same chemical that makes you feel alive when you fall in love or when you achieve something big. That's why curiosity feels so energizing. It literally makes your brain younger. Curiosity also impacts your physical health. Studies show that people who stay curious live longer, healthier lives. They have sharper memory, stronger problem-solving skills, and lower stress. Why? Because their minds remain flexible. And a flexible mind creates a flexible life. Let's imagine two people, both 65 years old. One says, I've lived much to learn. Nothing new to learn. I'll just stay comfortable. The other says, I want to try coding. I want to understand artificial intelligence. I want to learn Spanish so I can travel. Who do you think wakes up with more energy? Who looks forward to tomorrow? The difference isn't age, it's curiosity. And here's the best part. Curiosity doesn't require money, doesn't require perfect health, doesn't require being young. All it requires is a question. What if I try this? What happens if I learn that? How does this work? That's it. That's the spark. When you stay curious, you stay young in your conversations, in your relationships, in your dreams. People look at you and say, there's something different about them. They have this energy, this light of curiosity. So that light is kin. If you want to reverse aging, not in your skin, not in your bones, but in your spirit, then make curiosity your daily habit. Read a book, something you don't understand. Take apart a gadget and figure out how it works. Ask questions. Learn a skill you always thought was too late for you. Travel to places you've never been, even if it's just through a documentary, because the moment you stop being curious, you stop living. But the moment you start again, you unlock youth at any age. Curiosity is the secret. Curiosity keeps you alive. Curiosity keeps you limitless. And most importantly, curiosity keeps you young.